What's the worry with the politickers? Today, we get into the story of Dewan Rice, better known as the neighborhood player partner, Sugar Free. He was born in Gardena, California, in 1970. He grew up between Compton, Gardena, and Pomona. Dewan used to be outside running wild. He was hit by a car when he was like 7 or 8 years old. That's when they moved to Pomona. The first person he met was Termite. He started banging Trey 57. A few notable artists from the same hood, Kokane, Pomona Pimpin' Young, and Cluedo. Out there in P-Town, it's a lot of forgotten gems, the same guys that started G-Funk. Back then, Pomona was raw, an unfiltered place. The street hustle was booming, funk music, and that's the neighborhood that shaped him. Sugar Free didn't rap, he bust. That's one of their sayings in P-Town. When people think of Pomona, they think of Sugar Free immediately. When he put down street gospel, it was like scriptures. Get your money while you bullshitting. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So on and so forth. The music he put down didn't have an expiration date. It's still getting played to this day. It's a rumor that Snoop Dogg offered Sugar Free $1 million to record the street gospel album. Some things had happened between him and his homeboys, where he went to jail for something he wasn't involved in. But as I did a little digging, I heard he was allegedly involved. And so once he came home from jail, Sugar Free didn't want nothing to do with his homeboys from Trey 57 at all. He went over there with the Treetops, linked up with Tony Lane and DJ Quick. That's when he released his hit album. From an early age, Sugar Free embraced a persona that mirrored what he saw around him. His stage name, his pimp-inspired image, his sharp way with words, all came directly from that Pomona soil. He was still representing what he knew, but he had a new home team for the most part. The song as we know it today, Our Father, throughout in heaven, Quick gave me a beat, now Pomona's on the set now. For he supposedly laid it down like this, Our Father, throughout in heaven, please bless this set called Trey 57. Now I don't know if it was Tony Lane, Ted, or DJ Quick, but somebody pulled the plug on that. They made the executive decision for Dewan. Street gospel set the streets on fire. Schoolboy Q even said it, right after Pac died with Y'all Bump Sugar Free. He had 14 songs on there, and it seemed like they was all seamless. If you listen back to these songs and really decode what he's saying, you will get something new from it almost every time. It's like watching one of your favorite movies. It's one of the most prolific dudes to come out of P-Town for sure. Even though Free has some differences with his homies, he still gave it up for him. He had his homeboy Big Clue Dog on the album. He was in and out of jail, so his name wasn't really featured on the track list like that. He even gave it up for a couple of his homies on the roll call. Now, I'm not sure how often he visited P-Town or went back to his hood, but from the outside looking in, it looked like he was always tapped in with his homeboy, Pomona Pimpin' Young. Pomona Young, well known. He a legend out there in P-Town for sure. They all went to school together. Sugar Free, Sugar Shane Mosley, and Pomona Young. Although Young wasn't featured on the debut album, it went on to drop Thunder and Lightning some time later. But he was always right there on the side of him. Him and his evil twin, Nate Dogg. Somebody said as a kid, they remember Nate Dogg, Sugar Free, and Pimpin' Young riding up and down Holt Avenue in a limousine, passing out CDs to all the people. It been well over 25 years, and that sound that he laid down is still being mimicked. I'm talking about cadence, delivery, and even some of those corny phrases he be saying. It's a rumor behind the scenes that Sugar Free was supposed to be on Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar album. You definitely hear that influence on King Kunta. The street gospel album was entirely produced by DJ Quick. It became an instant West Coast classic for real for real. Tracks like If You Stay Ready and While You Bullshittin' showcase his unique flow. Half stand up, but all true. The critics praised it, and the streets embraced it. Suddenly, Sugar Free wasn't a local Pomona figure no more. He was on the map across California. If you ask me, there's a lot of good pimp rappers out there, But when it come down to it, Sugar Free number one. Then you got Too Short. If those two not in the top two spot, conversation done. Too Short said he really some pimpin'. He said he ain't even getting on the song. He don't care how much you paid him. If you say anything about tricking all over the world, no, he's not getting on it. Todd ain't playing them games. After Street Gospel, Sugar Free reputation only grew. He collabed with Snoop, Exhibit, E40, Mac 10, and countless others. He was charismatic, unpredictable, and filled with raw storytelling. And even when he disappeared for stretches at a time, every comeback was powerful. Albums in the 2000s kept his name buzzing, and new rappers started borrowing his style without even realizing it. Free later albums, like Just Add Water in 2006 and The Resurrection in 2019, prove he could still command attention decades after his debut dropped. And today, he often cited as a cult hero of West Coast rap, someone who never bent to industry pressure, but stayed authentic to his persona. Younger artists like YG and Mozzie said they carry pieces of his DNA in their flows. What's the name of that song YG like? I'm drunk off Hennessy, hope I don't run into my enemies. At the end, he like, and I'll beat the out of an white bullshit. It's rumored that YG wanted Sugar Free on that song as well. But Sugar Free was in a dark place. He wasn't trying to do no music. His mother had recently passed, which is completely understandable. Sometimes you just gotta heal up before you can think about anything will work. Free made his way back on the scene, and he started collaborating with the younger artists like he never left. Now in his 50s, Sugar Free isn't chasing charts. He's celebrated as an OG. In interviews, he dropped wisdom about longevity, authenticity, and staying real. His life shows how rap can preserve voices that don't sound like anyone else. I seen in the interview, Sugar Free said he the king of the one-liners. Get down where you mad at. Only reason she wear panties is to keep her ankles warm. He got them funny one-liners for sure. The one for show got hits on hits, but this one of my favorite tracks, man. Let's decode these few bars right here. He wrote this in '96. He was gassing on that On My Way. He said, I'm 24, right? But in dog years, let me see. For every 1 human year, that's 7 years for a dog. Follow me. So 7 times 24, wait, 7 times 24 was 8. Carry the 2. All right, I got the figure. I'm 168. This nigga mentioned the year 2025 way back then. Come on, man. His pen on a different level for show. He was just on Drewski Could Have Been record show, too. Drewski just introduced a whole new era to Sugar Free. I know they probably like, who is this old-ass funny nigga, man? The YNs finna get tapped into his music. They finna put down the switches, go get them some bitches. Next thing you know, they on hold. Telling they 304, you got my trap? I'ma be on my way, baby. From the streets of Pomona to the legends of the West Coast, Sugar Free carved his lane with funk, charisma, and an unapologetic gang. What's your favorite Sugar Free song? Drop it in the comments. This the life and story of Sugar Free. Political street views, no fake news.